What is going on, guys? MJ2005 Gundam here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the high-grade Gundam 00 Diver Arc from Gundam Build Metaverse, Riku's personal challenge of approaching the 00 Diver build with all of its acquired experience and incorporates various Gundam AGE elements to enhance its loadout and performance. This kit consists of a total of 12 runners and 2 sticker sheets, and if the parts are familiar to you, that's because they should. Besides the beams and polycaps, 5 runners are reused from the 00 and 00 Diver. Naturally, this results in a very recognizable core construction, but the new parts definitely helped enrich the build and refresh it to some degree. Now I will say that despite the clever gate placements, the blue and clear green parts are prone to nub and stress marks, so caution should be exercised there. Otherwise, the 2-hour build is friendly to builders of all levels of experience. But of course, I will only be covering the differences for the arc, so I would highly recommend checking out my 00 Diver Ace review for more details. Once assembled, and you'll be presented with a stunning kit of the 00 Diver Arc. I never really liked how far the 00 Sky strayed from the original 00 Gundam, so seeing it be brought back with a whole new twist is very welcome. While the proportions and color choices look right, one thing that really took me by surprise is how they remolded the head completely, providing proper color separation to even the small parts like the eyes and grey face detail, leaving the eyes and sensor stickers completely optional, while slightly updating its proportions, which is a ridiculously nice touch. Speaking of stickers, there are also ones under the arm and bracer condensers, inside the GN Didal cannon, and on the tops of the feet, which look fine, though the 3D stickers used on the GN drives look absolutely fabulous. And if you extend the drive, a further 3 3D stickers lining the inner rim, and 3 normal stickers on the vertical edges per drive give their insides a beautiful reflective glow. However, just like with the original, I will highly recommend panel lining the white sections of the body, as the rich surface detail tends to get lost there. But even if you choose to forgo that, the straight build presentation is absolutely splendid for a high grade. Articulation wise, the only differences are the rotating arc bracers and the shoulder binders. While the new joints include the ball jointed side flaps, the binders themselves can still rotate and flare out as the original would, albeit with a completely new construction. Unfortunately, Bandai tried to reinvent the wheel by using a flat peg, plastic on plastic connection, and it made the binders fairly loose when they are handled in any way. Otherwise, the rest of the body is identical to the 00 Diver, being very posable and solid overall. For accessories, besides the sets of hands included with the 00 Diver, the GN Sword 2s and GN Beam Sabers with included SP12 beams are also carried over, functioning identically to the original. Next are a set of effect parts to activate the GN Burst system to unleash the unit's true power. Panels on the arc drives and backpack open up to receive the effect parts, which results in an enhanced silhouette for the 00 Diver arc, although posing from there gets quite finicky, especially given the looseness of the drives and the central effect part. GN Burst also unlocks various arc drive features like the Burst High Maneuver mode by swinging the drives down for maximum thrust and mobility, and the Burst Shield mode by swinging the drives forward and up to adopt a defensive stance. Alternatively, a handle can pop out and lock into place using the flaps, and only use the central blade effects for the Burst Buster Sword mode. It's a pretty cool idea that doesn't weigh the kit down, though using one or both of your engines as weapons isn't the best idea, especially when the grip isn't exactly solid even with the narrower holding hands. The last set of effects are plugged and clamped into the arc bracers for deploying the burst blades. They're not spectacular, but I can always appreciate hand-free weapons. However, what's most important is the light absorbing resin the effect parts are made out of. Sadly, because of either losses in translation or misplaced expectations, they do not glow in the dark. Instead, they can look like they're glowing in all types of light thanks to enhanced total internal reflection like fiber optic decorations, especially under UV when they fluoresce in a bright teal, give or take just as brightly as the GN Sword 3 or the Epion's Beam Sword. But despite that, the original clear pieces like the arm condensers do not use the light absorbing resin. What's there does look beautiful, no doubt, but they're not really that special at all. Furthermore, the backpack thrusters would have been compatible with the universal standard backpacks, but the protruding fins are going to be very obstructive and limit customization options, even with an extender on. Leftovers include 1.5 heads, 2 pieces of chest armor, 4 GN drives, the 00 Gundam skirts, leg, and forearm armor, the 00 Diver's binder frames, and an extra backpack blade from the 00 Diver arc. It's a substantial number of parts, but you don't have enough to revert the arc back to either of its root forms. When the high-grade Gundam 00 Diver arc was first announced, I was quite glad for it being a return to the 00 Gundam form with a unique gimmick instead of it being a further upgrade from the 00 Sky Mobius. While I will admit that the Resin's name might have misplaced some expectations, I cannot argue that everything that's got to do with the arc drives is what lessened the experience set by preceding 00 variants, because of the looseness of the drives and blades, the ill-fitting grip of the Buster Sword handles, and the inconsistent use of the fairly ordinary light absorbing resin, which is such a shame as the redone head and 3D stickers are pleasantly surprising, it looks drop dead gorgeous for a high grade, the gimmicks are fairly unique, and the carryover elements from the previous 00 variants still hold up despite the general mold being over 15 years old at the time of this recording. I would have highly recommended this kit just for the aesthetic option and a fresh take on the high grade 00 Gundam. However, the new drives and new gimmicks lent this kit to new flaws that are hard to ignore and would drag what is a very solid foundation down with them. And that's all for me. Thank you for watching, drop a like and comment if you did enjoy the video, subscribe for more content like this, and feel free to follow me on social media with the links down below. That said, take it easy, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out guys, bye bye.